Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. He dodged the tackle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of it.
It's on the end route. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Allen off the play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And the first carry here for Ashton Genty. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
Here we go.
Setting up to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ready? 19 right. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Got it, man. It's Marvin Mims. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Now for the first time, it's a game to the rookie from Wake Forest. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Not through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Escapes the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
4th down. Here's Allen. He connects downfield. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down. Allen on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. Mims out to receive it. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
First play is going to be a give to Genty. Looks through and breaks away. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or two shy of it. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready? Gravity line.
Now looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. When that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Complete on the option. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 average. 60
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 26. Throwing from the gun. He fires one deep down the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's out of bounds with a big gain on the final play of the 1st. That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. They'll give left side to Genty. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Las Vegas, 1st down. A gain of 31 yards.
Come on.
And the Raiders 1st down.
Back to Genty. No question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to keep them from piling on those yards.
No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down.
On mark line. Ready.
Genty on the give. He's headed right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Round 80. What's that?
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Now he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Fits it through the middle. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. So 1st down from the 41.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at a 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He drops it. Another pick slips through their hands, but this time, Brock, they're still getting the football off. Turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Genty. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. He does it. Touchdown! The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Allen setting up play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Allen. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Downfield, and Shakir has it. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from the score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
He couldn't get anything there, and now it's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. Allen setting up to throw. And this is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills earn the chance to tie before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
One contested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Marvin Mims now to return it. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Okay, great.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Coming left is Genty. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Genty on second. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Brought in by his back here, it's Genty. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
All set to go now from the 35.
First down, Raiders.
On first down, Genty. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force...
And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fields the hard squib kick. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That throw behind his intended target. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
Bills 21.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5. But those are the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up second and 5.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Got his man. Shakir has it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bills have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Allen off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air again. Allen throwing for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So 2nd down coming up. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the result's 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On 4th down, Allen. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this round. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They send Mims left. 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Allen on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. We're going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Rolling out to his left. Going deep down the left sideline. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
56, 56.
First down.
First down throw for Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
To throw again, it's Allen. Has it at the 7. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll try and punch it in. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Bills shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pavement.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
Well, maybe some second-guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the 3rd quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Ready?
Back to throw. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well to the sack.
This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. And off to Genty. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
He's dropping back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Genty. And he follows through the defense for a touchdown. The Raiders lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders lead by 15 now. 42, the Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Finds him on the slant. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Offense in a hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. And down he goes. Raiders got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Headed out right. Brought in right side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Allen on 3rd down. This gets the 1st and more. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Brought in right side by Kincaid. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
That's one of the dangers, Kate, when you're a quarterback and you string a play out like that. Defenders are so fast flow that it puts so many guys in the neighborhood of your targets that even if you complete the pass, good chance it's not going anywhere.
And he sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
To the air on 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
At the 22-yard line.
Allen gonna throw again. Buys time, rolling right. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the red zone now. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Oh, they're going to try to pitch it left. And he'll get in. The two-point try successful. Now they trail by 7.
Bills 35.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
On the set.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Hey, check that. Check that. Ready?
Another give here to Genty. And he'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Get up. Ready?
Giving this to Genty. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
60. Let's go.
He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Raiders feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Set.
They kick the running back in motion. Line up the design keeper. He has room past the 25. Here he goes again. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. And now it's just he and 4 other running backs, the only players to ever reach 25 rushing touchdowns in a single season. With that score, he joined some great company to be in. Sean Alexander, Priest Holmes, and a couple of Hall of Famers, LaDainian Tomlinson and Emmitt Smith.
Bills 35.
kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Allen setting up play action, buying some time left. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Rio Chanel makes the play. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready.
Give up the guns. It's Genty. He has room past the 25. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They get 35 out of that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Ready.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
They give up the guts of Bigsby. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Bigsby, ball carrier. He was walking up at the 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Check out.
They draw it up for him. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They draw it up for him. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They can let the clock run out here, but let's see if they resist the temptation to add on 3 more instead. The 27-yard look here. And now the Raiders call for the 1st of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready, ready.
The lead looks safe, but the penalties staying down. They're going for this.
Ready, ready.
This plays a design run. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the...
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned.
319.
Play action now, Allen. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Hill on the coverage.
Back to the air, Allen. Well, it would have been a big completion block if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up 3rd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Hey, hold. Ready? What's that?
Here he goes, one final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted.